Hi, welcome back to my channel. And you know, now that Potomac has wrapped, there's some other things that we need to get into, okay? So let's hop on over to Atlanta and get into their business a little bit. Because this Porsha, Fallon, Simon nonsense is getting out of hand. Okay, so I know everybody knows by now that Porsha and Simon are getting a divorce, allegedly. Because who really knows with them? The way that those two shenanigans, I don't really know. But so far it seems like this divorce is going to be very tumultuous, very unpleasant, a lot of mess, a lot of... Child, it's about to be a fool. However, Fallon has been doing a lot of little interviews here and there, and she's talking real rough and tough about Porsha. In one interview in particular, she was alluding to that when she see Porsha, it's gonna be on site, okay? She said it's not gonna be good, it's not gonna be good. And now we all know that Porsha enjoys a little tussle, okay? She likes to fight. Okay, she ain't never running away from no smoke. Well, we haven't seen it yet. We ain't never seen her run away from nobody. And Fallon, the one time that we really did see her, we saw that she kind of liked the tussle too. But I just don't know that that's gonna go in your favor, Fallon. Like, I just don't know. That might not be what you want to do, girl. Porsha, that's not who you want to fight. I just don't think that you should do that. That's just not the move. But anyways, Fallon is not too pleased with Porsha. She got some things that need some straightening. And I'm a little confusion. Because I understand, right? Like, we all know what happened, right? So Porsha introduces Fallon on to Real Housewives of Atlanta season 13. They go to Fallon's house. They out by the pool. She's hosting them. She's entertaining them. I had heard somewhere that Fallon even gave Porsha some of her clothes to wear home or something like that. I didn't really believe it at the time because y'all seen what Porsha is dragging, okay? Y'all seen that big old booty. I don't see how anything could fit into any of Fallon's clothes, but maybe it was a pair of sweatpants. I don't know. I don't really know. But Porsha went over to their house. She hosted them. And next thing you know, Porsha is engaged to Simon. They got married, and now they're going through a divorce. That looks very sketchy, very scandalous, very shady, very trifling. All the adjectives. Porsha, you look low down for what you did. But then what I didn't forget, because, you know, I have really good memory. What I remember happening at the time was LaToya Forever. She was also on the show. And she had lots to say about Fallon and Simon's relationship. Like, she seemed to know a lot of stuff about their relationship not being all that they tried to make us think it was while we were watching the show. And I imagine if LaToya knew some stuff, Porsha knew some things. So when Simon filed for divorce and the next thing you know, he popped up with Porsha, that looked real stank. That looked real terrible, okay? We was all looking at Porsha like, damn, girl, you got the Delilah spirit, Porsha. What the hell's going on? How you go in this lady's house and leave with her man? And now Fallon is saying she was messing with Simon the whole time. She just didn't know. And now everybody's telling her this, that, and the third. If you're mad about that, Fallon, you have a right to be mad about that. But then there's just one little thing, Fallon. There's just one little thing. You had a friend, Jalen, a younger man. You had this little friend that you convinced Simon to hire as, I think, his personal assistant. People are saying the pool boy, but I think he was supposed to be Simon's personal assistant. I think that's what the T was. And then y'all took him on trips. Y'all were flying internationally. Y'all was doing all the things. I remember going on his Instagram and he was thanking y'all for showing him all this generosity, but you was sleeping with him and you got pregnant by him while you were still married to Simon. When you did that interview with Up and Adam and you had on your white, you looked very beautiful, and you sat there and you were crying and you were like, oh my God, my husband, and I can't believe this, and I'm so sad, and the children, what about our children, and da-da-da-da-da. You had a gut full of Jalen's baby. You was pregnant by Jalen. And now you want to sit here and say you got smoke with Porsha. Girl, be fucking for real. When I say that I am confusion, I'm really confused. Like, I just need this to make sense. There's so many girls that want to support Fallon, but Fallon, you don't make any sense. You're just all over the place. And not in a good way, because Porsha is all over the place. But Porsha, you know what it is though? Porsha is entertaining. Like, you can hate Porsha all you want to, but Porsha is entertaining. The bitch is funny. She's funny. Like, she's funny, she's cute, she's bubbly. Whether you like her or not, she brings something. Fallon, you have all the drama, all the storyline. I mean, you have all the makings for a perfect reality TV personality, star, whatever you want to call it. But you're boring. You are so boring. I remember the circus, which was this scandal. Okay, we were all looking at Porsha like, damn, Porsha, really, girl, really? We were all like, we were just hooked. We wanted all the tea. You did that interview with Up and Adam in your cute white suit. When I tell you, I had an alarm set to remind me when that interview was dropping. I was so ready. The moment it popped up, I clicked on it. Do you know I fell asleep while watching it? I swear I'm not trying to be funny. I literally fell asleep. I woke up and I was like, oh, snap. I dozed off. I've been waiting for this interview and I dozed off watching it. Don't nobody else got the honor of making me go to sleep watching. I'm going to sleep watching this interview. Fallon, you are boring. You are boring. All this smoke that you got for Porsha, I don't even believe you, girl. I don't even believe it. You're not even sounding convincing, okay? And most people would understand if you wanted to fight the lady that was sleeping with your husband. Most people would understand that your coworker, you invite her into your home, you host her, her sister and her best friend, and she leave with your man. Most people would be on your side, but the part that don't make sense is you didn't want that man either. He was cheating on you, you was cheating on him. The only difference is you got a baby to show for what you was doing. He didn't have no baby on you. You had a baby on him. But you want us to believe that Porsha just was so terrible. Porsha was trifling. Porsha was trifling. We're not going to ever take that away from her. And she knows she was. That's why she put herself on pause. That's why she did not come back to Real Housewives of Atlanta season 14. Because she know what she did was trifling. But it's just like, girl, do you really want to talk? I just don't understand. Like, I don't understand it. It's really clear that Fallon wants Porsha's attention because now she's talking about, well, Dennis told me this, and Dennis apologized to me for this, and Dennis said that they were sleeping together for a whole year, and he knew about it. And that might be true. That might be true. I don't know. I wasn't there, okay? Don't give me the line because I don't know. I wasn't there. But it's just like, who was Dennis? I grew to love Dennis after their family spinoff, okay? She made us kind of like Dennis. But Dennis is trifling as well. Dennis was cheating on her while she was pregnant. Ain't none of y'all innocent in this scenario. Every single one of y'all are trifling individuals. All of you. All of you are trifling. So it's just kind of like, girl. Like I said, maybe you're just trying to get Porsha's attention. And if Porsha gives you a back and forth, which we know she's not going to do, but maybe you're hoping that she'll do that. And that maybe the producers of Atlanta might want to give you a friend of role. Or they might want to give you a guest role. It comes with a check. I don't really too much know. But I'm going to stay tuned. I'm going to keep watching just like everybody else. Because what is this, girl? What is this? I don't know. I really don't know. You know, a lot of people feel like Fallon has a right to be upset, okay? Just because she was cheating on the man doesn't mean she was done with her man. So for Porsha to come in and mess up what she had going on, maybe that's the reason she's still upset. I don't know. It don't make no sense to me. However, everybody knows that men cannot take you cheating on them. They could cheat on you, but you can't cheat on them. So the moment that he found out you were sleeping with the help that you had him hire, your friend that you had him hire, girl, it was done for you. It was up for you. You wasn't going to enjoy his money no more. So Porsha really ain't even a factor, because if it wasn't going to be Porsha, it was going to be somebody. You cheated on that man and had a baby on that man. It was up for you, girl. But I mean, just keep doing what you're doing, because girl, all the housewives shows, we're not getting another show until New Jersey come back. So keep up the antics, okay? Now, as for Simon, Simon is like the worst type of dude that you could ever possibly entangle yourself with. My God, today. The last I heard, he was blasting Porsha for being a negligent stepmother. So apparently Simon is out the country and Porsha is supposed to be helping look after the kids while they're at his house. You know, they're going back and forth between Porsha them house and their mother's house. So Portia's supposed to be watching him, but he's blasting Porsha because she's leaving the kids with the nanny. Something like that. If I got it wrong, y'all can let me know in the comments on what it really is. But that's what I understood it to be. And I'm confused. I'm confused again because I also remember Simon changing the locks, right? Wasn't he changing the codes and the locks, preventing Porsha from entering their marital home? How do you want me to be at the home looking after the kids if you're blocking me from even entering the house? We also heard the story about she brought armed men to the house, I guess to do something. I don't know. This is ridiculous. He also sent a cease and desist to Bravo saying that they didn't have access or they didn't have permission to film inside his home. Then he subpoenaed them for the footage that they did capture. Let me tell you something, Simon. I don't care nothing about what you've been doing, okay? I don't care about you scamming. I don't care about you cheating. I don't care about your immigration status. I know, listen, I don't care about none of that. None of that concerns me. But if you mess up Real Housewives of Atlanta season 16, if you derail that, if you cause our show to not come back and be great, we're going to have a problem. Us Bravo fans, we're going to be on your head. Because why? You can do all the other stuff you got going on. That don't concern us. But leave our show alone, okay? Don't cause our show no problems. We don't have time for that. But anyways, y'all know, or maybe you don't know, but Porsha used to be my girl, okay? I used to love me some Porsha Diane Williams. And then she started doing some things I just couldn't get with, okay? And I just was like, ugh, I couldn't stand her for a little bit. But, I mean, I've forgiven her. I'm happy that she's coming back to the show. But as for all the torturing that Simon is doing to her, I can't really feel bad for her. Even though she's my girl, even though I love her and I have forgiven her, I don't feel bad for you, Porsha, because at the end of the day, as raggedy as this marriage that was between Simon and Fallon, you still was trifling for whatever involvement you had in the whole thing. You was trifling for that. And so I can't really feel bad for you. I can't feel too bad for you because for me, Simon was doing a lot of the same type of antics when it came to him and Fallon breaking up. He was doing a lot of petty, shady, unnecessary things. And for me, it's just like, if he was in love with you, Porsha, if y'all was engaged and y'all was happy and you was taking pictures rubbing his belly with Simon on one side and Dennis on the other side, y'all was this big happy family. Y'all was traveling to Mexico so that y'all could co-parent and do all the things and bond. And he ain't had no business torturing Fallon. If he was happy with you, he had no business being petty and torturing Fallon. Those things don't make y'all like pause. Like, if my man, you like me, you're into me, why are you over here trying to cause your ex a hard time? That ain't never made sense to me. When a man starts to do that, you got to set him free. You got to cut him loose. Because why are you causing your ex problems if you happy with me? That means you still want to be with your ex and you upset about it. And since you can't have your ex, you want to cause her problems. So then what does that say about how you feel about me? I'm too selfish for that. It's got to be all about me. It's got to be all about me. So if you over there putting time and energy into causing problems for your ex, what about me? What about me? I mean, you watched him torture Fallon. And now he's doing you way worse than Fallon. He's doing way worse to you than what he did. Because now he's trying to mess up your bag. He's trying to mess up your bag, girl. He couldn't do all of that to Fallon. But he's doing it to you. Yeah, girl. I don't know, but girl, I'm gonna be watching. I know that much. We need to, I don't know what's happening. Are they filming? Are they not filming? What's happening in Atlanta? I don't know. I don't know. I'm on your side simply because I want the show to come back. And I want him to, like, he needs to move away from us with this, Apollo. He needs to go on because I need our show to come back and be great. But to wrap up my thoughts on this matter, Porsha, girl, I'm sorry for you, girl. You know, hang in there, be strong, be tough, girl. You tough, right? You tough. Hang in there. Because, girl, you should have known better. You should have never married that man. Let me just be very honest. You shouldn't have married him, okay? You should have enjoyed the extravagance, the private jets, the vacations, the shopping, the handbags, the luxury. You should have enjoyed all of that. You should have never tied the knot. You shouldn't have done that. You should have had a over-the-top engagement party. You should have just kept stringing him along. Oh, yeah. You should have done a Robin Nixon. Yeah, we're going to get married next year. The marriage is for next year, and then the next year, and the next year. The same way how Ashley is putting off her divorce, that's how you should have been putting off the wedding. You should have never married this man legally. Maybe there's some kind of loophole because they say his name really ain't Simon Gobadia. That ain't really who he is. So maybe you'll have some type of leeway there. I don't know, girl, but it seems like you really did it this time. This man is no good. And then every time we see him, he posting some picture cheesing. They said you paid for his teeth, girl. Is that true? You need to repossess his teeth. Since he want to play with you, repossess them veneers because he tried it. But anyways, that's all I wanted to say. Yeah, Porsha, you should have never got with this man. You saw what he was doing to Fallon. You should have never married him. You should have just been enjoying all the luxuries. And so we get married next year, and next year, and next year. We was already judging you. You didn't have to prove nothing to us. Because you ain't changed nobody's mind. The wedding was everything. But girl, you should have done Yandy. Yandy was right there. Yandy was in your wedding party. See, Yandy's smart. I know a lot of people don't like Yandy. But Yandy had it. Yandy was smart. She said, we're going to have beautiful over-the-top weddings, but we ain't legally getting married. She was thinking. She was using 100% of her brain. Yandy, why you didn't put your girl on? Why you didn't tell your girl, like, girl, don't marry that man? Why? Anyways, y'all, please like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks for watching. Y'all tell me how y'all feel about this, because I've been wanting to talk about this, and I feel like there are more videos to come about Porsha, Simon, and Fallon because they just keep giving us material. It's just so much to talk about. But anyways, thanks for watching.